Hello, this is Heidi with Perfectly Imperfect Yoga. I'm sharing a 45-minute chair Tai Chi practice with you today. So you'll want a sturdy chair, no wheels. You'll also want to listen to your range of motion, your body's signals, and let them guide you through the practice, right? Listen to any advice or restrictions from your medical professionals as well. And with that, you'll be able to keep yourself safe and enjoy movement and a meditative practice. We begin by really noticing the connection to our support. So that's the feet with the floor, right? Notice the feet connecting to the floor. Notice your seat connecting to the chair. From there, we want to create a strong, lifted posture. So the torso comes over the hips. We shift back a little bit into the heels and into the seat. We rise up, and the shoulders are above the torso, the head above the shoulders. You want to feel like there's a little string pulling the crown of your head up toward the ceiling. In chair Tai Chi, our awareness and our breath is toward the lower dantian. So that's the lower dantian is this energy center below the navel. So when we breathe in, we want to direct our awareness and our breath toward that lower dantian. You can feel the expansion of your lower belly. And then as you breathe out, let that release. I find that closing my eyes helps to direct awareness. So you may want to do that, or you may want to cast your gaze down toward the floor. And we try to maintain that awareness, that breath throughout the practice. Then before we move into Tai Chi, we experience Wuji. That's the emptiness, the stillness before and after everything. If your eyes are closed, you can open them. Take your right hand and make a fist. This is the sun. Take your left hand, cover it up. This is the moon. And we bow. We'll begin at the top of the head, through the neck. Imagining there is a writing utensil. It could be anything, a crayon, a Sharpie, right? Whatever it is you want. Right on the tip of your nose. And start rotating it around. You're moving from the atlas point, so this is called atlas point rotation. You can add the breath to add some meditative qualities. So, inhaling one side, exhaling the other. The next time that your nose is to the top of your circle, then reverse direction. Still inhaling one side and exhaling the other. The next time that your nose is to the top of your circle, then bring it down to the center and pull your head back over the shoulders if it's kind of leaned forward. And let your hands reach down toward the ground, palms facing behind you. And just start swinging one arm one way, one arm the other. Right now, just the arms. Notice the shoulders and opening up. You might notice the shoulder blades. And then, if it's safe for you and if it feels good, you can start to turn the torso, turn that lower dantian to follow the shoulders. Maybe it's a little turn, maybe it's a big turn. Then start to slow the movement down and make it smaller. Until you're back to center. You can bring your hands out in front of you, start to rotate your wrists. And then once you have that, you can rotate the wrists around each other. So some people want to do this, but we're still rotating the wrists, just right around each other. And then reverse. And shake it out. We'll do a finishing breath. Inhaling up and now we'll take our shoulders and our belly and turn them to one direction. Take the hand, the arm that's in that direction, place it on top, and the other comes on the bottom like you're holding a big ball. Still rise up like you're pulling the crown of the head up like a string. Then exhale, press the hand, that upper hand down as you turn belly and shoulders. That lower hand reaches across, and then you catch the ball on the other side. Exhale, press down with the upper hand. That lower hand reaches across as the belly, the shoulders, the gaze turns. And you catch the ball. So moving into our torso, our core here. I like to do this I like to do everything very slowly because I can really feel the effects. Some people like to do this a little faster, and that's fine too. One more time on each side. Bringing that ball right back to center. Releasing the hands down, opening up. Inhaling, gathering up. Energy. Releasing it right down the center. Now we'll move into the thighs and hip flexors. We'll bring the hands off to the side, but this time the belly and the shoulders are pointing forward. The hand that's on top is the same side where you have the flag. So this is monk carries flagpole. Hold the flag, lift the opposite leg up, foot flexed. Release it down and switch which side the flag is on. We'll do one more on each side. Shake the legs out side to side. Maybe shake the hands. Finishing breath. Then extend one leg out, heel on the floor. You want the toes to be up at first. So flexing the foot, toes up, top of the head up, right? Everything reaching upward. You don't want to feel strain in your knee though, so you can make it soft. And then point the toes. Feel a stretch along the fronts of the ankle, the front of the thigh, moving back so you can see my foot when it's pointed. Now we create a pump, going back and forth between those positions. So the pump pumps a couple of things, right? It's a lymphatic pump, so you're moving the fluids through your body, through your leg. And you're also pumping your calf, which is a very important part in traditional Chinese medicine. It's a second heart, so it pumps blood right back up to the heart. And then we slow this down and come back in. Sending the other leg out. So first, toes up to the ceiling, top of the head, up to the ceiling. Holding that flexed foot position. And then we point the toe. Trying to find a stretch across the top of the foot, across the top of the ankle. Noticing if when we're so involved with our foot, do we let the rest of the body come out of that strong and open posture? Do we forget about our lower dantian? Then we begin to pump, going back and forth between the flexed and pointed position. You might feel, right, after doing this, you might feel more tingling or more sensation, either in the bottom of the foot or in the leg. And you might not, right? You might not feel that. Perhaps if you keep doing this, you will eventually. Let's slow it down. And pull the foot back in. Then we'll shake the legs side to side. Do a finishing breath. And coming back up to the upper body. So we'll bring our hands to the right in front of the collarbones, right around the chest, soft fist or cupped hands. And we rise up, we lift up. We're going to do our spinal cord breathing. So now we want to pull the hands apart, bring the elbows back, and open up across the chest. Lift the chest as we breathe in. And then as we breathe out, we bring elbows forward, concave the upper back, maybe round the whole back if that's safe for you. And then come back up to that starting position. I'm doing it really slowly at first, right? Inhaling, opening up, lifting, bringing shoulder blades together, exhaling, concaving, massaging the heart, rounding the spine, perhaps the whole spine, if that's safe for you, including tucking the tailbone, right? Don't forget the bottom of the spine. Inhaling, opening, exhaling, concaving. One more time. Finishing breath. With the palms down, now we're going to move back into movement of the core side to side. So we're going to parry. This is like we're blocking, or it could be like we're wiping something down. The movement, though, doesn't initiate with the hands, so it's not like this. As much as you can, as much as it's safe for you, you want it to come from the lower dantian, from the belly and the shoulders. So turning side to side, okay? So turning, right? We're wiping inward, palm down, initiating the movement with that lower belly, the lower dantian. Then get ready for a change. And we'll start wiping out. So there is movement with the arms, right? I am moving my arms, and you can even move them more than I do. But we start here and then add on. This is a parry. You get parry in lots of different directions. So this is one of the things that is more clearly from martial arts, from the martial art part of Tai Chi. All right, now prepare for a change. And we're going to go up. Now the hands face forward. We still initiate the movement from the belly, from the lower dantian. Walking outward. Hu, hu, hu. Okay, now we'll prepare for a change. We're going to go in now. Blocking right down the center as much as you can. I've overshot a little bit there. Keep moving. Now you can keep doing it this way, or you can use your elbows right down the center. And go slower and slower and slower. But then keep going and lift your opposite leg up, foot flexed, moving into a cross crawl. Now, our torso is staying in front of us, pointing forward. And we're working more on that lifting, that thigh and hip flexor strengthening. One more time on each side, and we do our finishing breath. Good. We'll keep moving down again. We're just sort of moving up and down the body. We want to bring our feet together and bring our toes out and then our heels out. And keep doing that as far as you feel safe. And then come back in. You can do it slowly or quickly. Right? Notice what gives you the best feeling for your ankles, your feet, the bottoms of the feet. One more time, out. And you come all the way in And then step out, shake the legs. Finishing breath. And now we'll do a little bit of hip opening, okay? So we'll do it gently at first. And then we're going to do it, if it feels safe for your knees, we'll do it a little stronger to build some bone density. So the very first thing, so of course the first thing we'll do is find that position. Then we lift up and out, up and back, like we're stepping over something. Ooh. So it's called a sumo stomp. Right now, it's a very gentle stomp. Right? Gentle, gentle. And we'll come back in. Let's do the gentle on the other side, okay? First, notice the difference between one side and the other. And then, gentle stomp. Bam, right? Whisper clomp. Whatever it is, come up with your own little sound name. Non-sound name at this point. All right. And then come on back in. We'll go to the other side. So now you have a choice. You can whisper stomp again, or you can, sometimes I hold on to my chair for this one, so do whatever you need to do. Come up and now I'm hitting my heel so I can really feel the sensation travel up the bone. You might want to really feel the entire bottom of the foot. You don't want to feel a jolt or a strain or a pain anywhere, but especially in your knee. Now, another thing you can add on is a little ha. Ha. You don't have to. Ha. One more. Ha. Okay. Always, right? Shake out, pat out. Just notice any difference from one side to the other. Now we go to the other side. Remember, you can do your soft stomp still, or you can stomp. Okay? Don't have to go the same pace as I do, right? You don't have to go a certain amount wide. Listen to your body. I think I stomped more on the other side. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to now start going ha, ha, ha. And one more, ha. All right, shake it out. Finishing breath. Release everything right down the center. And then clap the hands. Create warmth in the palms of the hands, rubbing them together. Then rub them all the way down to the tips of the fingers. And we'll take care of those legs a little bit. Coming down as far as feels safe for you. So could be the ankles. Now, if you don't want to rub, you can pat. Make sure you get the outsides, the shins, and the insides. of the lower leg. But then most importantly is really taking care of that calf, right? We talked about it earlier. It's our second heart. So really take care of it, really give it a nice rub or squeeze or massage. Then take that up to right behind the knees. Another area where we can stimulate that movement of the lymphatic fluids, stimulate the lymphatic system. Then take care of the knees outside, maybe padding, right? And inside, so all of this really can help with inflammation. And then rubbing around the kneecaps. I have to do this, sorry. It was getting all tangled. Then come up onto the tips of the fingers like a claw. Get into all the nooks and crannies there. And move up to the upper leg, the thigh, the front, the inside and the outsides. And then the backs with your hamstrings. And just shake the hands, flick the fingers. And finishing breath. So now we'll move into our Tai Chi forms. So I'm slowing down, really focusing the breath into that lower dantian, focusing the awareness into the lower dantian. Rising up, bringing the palms so that they're face down. They're pointing toward the floor. And they float. They're floating on a very thick liquid. The wrists are supple. The elbows heavy, right? So as the hands float up, the wrists sink, as the hands float up, the elbows sink down a little bit, all right? We'll do upward, downward. So on the inhale, with the hands extended out in front of you, starting at about the lower dantian. Inhale, let the hands float up till they reach about the shoulder height. And they float back toward the shoulders. On the exhale, they release down and forward back to the beginning position. So you're creating a circle upward and downward. arms floating upward, hands floating upward. Exhaling, coming back, down and forward. Softness. One more time. Inhale, hands floating up. Coming back toward the shoulders and then sinking down with the exhale. Allow the hands to turn, palms pressing forward. Perhaps feeling energy along the palms, gathering up that energy or gathering up whatever it is that you want to keep with you that helps to support and sustain you. Bring the fingertips toward each other, the elbows out so that you can hold all of that like you're holding a big ball. Shoulders release. Hands are about the height of your lower dantian. Middle fingers are about an inch apart, but they're aligned with each other and they remain aligned with each other. On the inhale, the hands rise up until they're about the height of the face. Elbows heavy, wrists supple, hands separate. With an exhale, the palms press gently downward. Once again, scooping up, gathering in, inward, outward, coming back to that starting position. Inhaling up. Separating and exhaling down. One more time. Rising up. Separating. Releasing down. We'll come into our Tai Chi stance. So hands, face height, that same connection between the fingers, about an inch apart, in middle fingers aligned. Shoulders dropping, elbows heavy, wrists supple. And just start to feel that energy between the fingers. You can imagine taffy connecting, or maybe something else connecting the fingers. Also see if you can shift your weight into the heels, into the seat, tucking the tailbone. Keeping that little string pulling the top of the head up. And then inhale, pull that taffy apart. Pull those fingers apart. See how long they can stay connected. The fingers stay pointing toward each other, so the wrists bend a little. And then you exhale back in toward each other. One more time. Inhaling outward. Exhaling. Releasing the hands down. Palms up. Finishing breath. Gently rubbing the hands together. All the way down to the tips of the fingers. Take the tips of the fingers and just tap on your breastbone, stimulating the thymus that's behind us, the T cell production. Could be both hands, could be one. Could be alternating. And slow down. Take the hands, tips of the fingers, and now top of the head. Maybe the front of the head, the temples, behind the ears, back, lower part of the head, occipital region. Just notice where you need a little stimulation. See if you start to feel a little tingling. And then shake the hands. Open up, last finishing breath. Drawing back from Tai Chi to Wuji. This emptiness, the stillness before and after everything. The pause between our thoughts. The pause between our actions. The pause to notice. If your eyes are closed, you can open them. Take your right hand, make a fist. Cover it with your left hand. This is the sun, this is the moon. Thank you so much for joining me today.